Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This video is definitely an exciting one because we finally got a full bypass for byfron, and yes, that does mean you can use the browser version of Roblox with this executor. Now when I say executor, this is more of a script but with many features. I will go into more detail about that in just a moment. Now this is the only currently working executor that basically bypasses byfron, and that means you don't have to use the Microsoft Store version either. Now, of course, as always, make sure you're on Windows 10 or 11. There's going to be 2 downloads this time. So make sure you download the correct files, otherwise it's not going to work for you. So if you're on Windows 10, make sure you download the Windows 10 version. If you're on Windows 11, then download the Windows 11 version. All of the downloads will be in the description below. Now, the very first thing you need to do before you even touch any of the files, before you download them, you need to go into virus and threat protection. So if you're on Windows 11, you need to go to your start icon right here. If you're on Windows 10, then the start icon is going to be in the bottom left corner. Go ahead and search for virus and threat protection, just like that. And once it does open, it's going to look similar to this. Over here, go into manage settings and turn off real-time protection at the very top. When you click this, it's going to give you a little pop-up. Go ahead and click yes, and you will be able to turn it back on in just a moment, but for now make sure you turn it off, otherwise you will not be able to download the files. After that, you can close out of that and go into the download link in the description. That will take you to a website that looks similar to this. It won't be the same page, but it will be similar. Over here, just go ahead and find the Windows 10 or 11 download down here. In my case, it's going to be the Windows 11. So once you found it, go ahead and click on the click here button, and it will open up this website right here. Now it will ask you to do 2 steps. You can simply go ahead and click these and complete these steps. If you don't want to, you just close out of that, and after 30 seconds you will be able to continue by clicking done, and that will take you to the next page where you'll be able to download the file. Now once you do have the files downloaded, let's go ahead and go over on those. So in my case, I've got both Windows 10 and 11 over here. I am running Windows 11, so I'm going to be extracting this. So go ahead and right click the file and click on extract all, click on extract, and it's going to create a new folder for you. Go into that folder and you're going to see a bunch of files here. Now on Windows 10, I will also show you the Windows 10. So let me extract that. That is slightly different. On Windows 10, it's going to have 2 applications right here, and for the Windows 11, it's going to have a bunch of different folders and files over there. Now, once you do have your file extracted, if you're on Windows 11, you should have the Windows 11 version. If you're on Windows 10, then you should have the Windows 10 version. Now, once you do have those extracted, you can delete these 2 folders, or whatever folder you've downloaded, and you want to go into virus and threat protection once again. You want to scroll down, or you want to go into manage settings and scroll down into exclusions. Click on add or remove exclusion, and click on add an exclusion at the top and click folder. Now over here, choose wherever you have those files downloaded. In my case, I've got it on desktop, and in my case, I'm using Windows 11. Just go ahead and choose Windows 11 by clicking it one time. Make sure you don't double click it and open the folder. Just go ahead and click it once where it's highlighted just like this, and click on select folder. This will add it to your exclusions. Make sure you look through the list and find it in your exclusions. Once it has been added, go back and scroll to the top, and you can turn on your real-time protection again. I'm not going to turn it on. I just like to have it off because I'm always working with executors, but you can turn it back off, or sorry, back on, and it's not going to cause any problems with the executor. Now at this point, go into your folder, and you want to go ahead and open pipe_communication. You will find the same folder in the Windows 10 version. So in my case, I'm going to be opening it from my Windows 11 folder. So let's go ahead and open that up. Once you do open it, it's going to say created communication tunnel. Once you do see that, you want to now go into your browser, go into any game on Roblox. So in my case, I'm going to go into Arsenal, and just wait for it to completely load into Arsenal. So let's just give it a second. I'm not going to do any cuts here. Here we go. Perfect. So once you do load in, you're gonna go back into your folder and just wait for it to just completely load in. Here we go. And over here, you want to open up main_injector. Once you do open it, you just press any key to close out the CMD window. Here we go, and you've got your script over there, or your executor over there, and I will show you in just a second how that works. But before I do that, let me show you what you need to do if you're on Windows 10. So once you do open pipe_communication and you've joined the game, then you just simply open celestial_injector, and the same thing will happen, and you will be able to use this. So once you do have it opened, here are the different options that it currently offers. Of course, there will be a lot more added to it eventually. I hope so. I do have contacts with one of the developers, and if you do have any questions, feel free to join my Discord server and let me know, and I will get in touch with them for you. Now, firstly, they do offer Aimbot, so I will go through the features first, and then I will make my own sort of config and show you what features I'm using. So they've got Aimbot. Of course, you can enable and disable it from here. And then within Aimbot, they've got visual only, so if you just want to be able to lock onto enemies that are visible. Sticky aim, that is just pretty much if players are going one in front of the other, it will still stick to the previous player until you let go of the hold button. Most of you who have used Aimbot should be familiar with this. Prediction, this is useful in certain games, it's not so useful in others. So for example, in Arsenal, there isn't really a prediction system unless you're using sort of those rockets and stuff, which, you know, even then prediction won't really work. You kind of have to shoot those manually. But as for Arsenal, I wouldn't really recommend using prediction. And of course, you can also adjust the FOV, change the aim lock type, the aim body part, and of course the range as well, and aim distance. You also got trigger bot with a lot of options over here. You can also do visible check. There's also different delays you can set for the trigger bot, and in the other, I'm not exactly sure what the resolver delta resolver beta is. If I do turn it on, I'm not quite sure what it does. Also, one quick thing that I forgot to mention is this script also has a little explorer, so if you are a developer, then you will find this useful. If not, then don't mess with this too much. But yeah, so these are the features for the aimbot. Let's go into visuals. So for visuals, you've got visual only, or visible only, so people that are behind walls will not be seen, but that the people that are in front of you will be highlighted. This is kind of useless, to be honest, unless you're trying to seem really legit. You also go visible, so if they are visible, they will change color, which I like to personally use. You also got boxes, chams, skeleton, name, distance, and look direction. It's also got the little description underneath it, so I'm not going to go into detail about it. And then of course you've got some more options on the side over here. And in the other section, you can also turn on your FOV for your aimbot. Ignore teammates, which is useful to have for visuals. You also got radar. You've got time modifications. You can actually change the date and time, or the actual time, yeah, of the lobby. But it will be local to you. It won't be for everyone. You can also change your FOV. So if you're in game and you want to change your FOV and you don't want to use the default FOV that the game has given you, you can also do that from here. And you can also change the render distance for the visuals. Now in the misc section, we've got health check. I would recommend having all of this on so it doesn't draw ESP on dead enemies. Force field check, so it doesn't lock onto enemies with your aimbot. Oh, sorry, it doesn't lock or draw ESP, sorry, on people with force field. Invisible check, so this is the same for invisible players. And yes, so those are everything for that. Whitelisting, so you can also teleport to players from here, whitelist players, unwhitelist players from here as well. And of course you do have a fly system as well. I've tried this on the hood and it works really well. And yeah, so of course you also got the settings tab where you can save your config, so you don't have to always load your settings every time you go into a new game, or you can have different configs for different games. And you can also change your key right here. Now the FOV unlocker that they have actually works, and I've tried a lot of different ones with byfron. None of them worked, and this one actually does work. Now I've got a 144 Hz monitor, so I'm pretty much able to use up to 144 Hz. So I'm just gonna set this to 1000, and yeah, it's a really smooth FPS unlocker, which I'm really impressed with. Now by default, the menu key is insert, but you can click here and change it. So I'm gonna change it to, I'll just leave it to insert, to be honest. Can I change it? Okay, I think I might have bugged it. Alright, apologies for that, guys. I did have to rejoin the game because I did glitch the executor out a little bit. But let's go ahead and jump into the game now. Turn on our visuals. Let's also turn on aimbot. For the aim key, I'll set it to P because I've got a keybind on my mouse that basically I can press P with, and I'll set it to hold, so you can right click this and you can choose whether you want it to lock on as a toggle or as a hold. So I like to use hold. FOV, I'll also increase that a little bit, and I'll also turn on the show FOV right here. This looks good. And over here visual only or visible only, so that it doesn't lock onto everyone behind walls. Prediction I'm not going to use for this. Sensitivity I'm going to turn it up to about here. That is a little too strong, but it's just to showcase it a little bit. And now I'm going to press insert to close out the menu, and let's jump into the actual game here. Alright, I haven't actually played Arsenal for a while, so it will take a second. I also need to turn on ignore teammates, don't I? I forgot to do that. So here we go. So the aim, the ESP only locks onto the enemies now, which is good. Okay, I don't think this is a good weapon. Actually, it is a good weapon for Aimbot. Here we go. There we go. So you can definitely see that it is working. I do have it to a little too high of a strength, but I don't mind. I'm not complaining. I just wiped out the whole lobby right there. And yeah, you can pretty much see how OP and broken this script is, guys. Again, it works on every single game on Roblox. Of course, you know, some games you will be able to use it more than others, because not every game requires you to have Aimbot, for example, or ESP. But yeah, that's pretty much the script. I will continue using it for a little bit more. I will turn on, I will increase the aimbot a little bit. It is already way too strong, but I just want to test its limits. I wouldn't recommend using it to fully maxed, because that's a little too blatant. Even this is a little too blatant. This is what I mean. So this weapon right here, that's where you kind of have to not use aimbot. And okay, it's gone. You can't really use aimbot for such weapons, to be honest. So over here I'm just holding my aim key and it locks on. Now I will also show you what the visible thing is for the aimbot. So let me go into the actual place over there, just a second. So over here right now I'm holding the aim key. Even though they are within the FOV circle, it's not actually locking onto them. But the moment I actually go in front of them, you will see how it instantly locks on. Can you see that? And when they disappear, it disappears as well. So that's pretty much how that works. Let's go ahead and finish this game quickly. We're actually losing. I don't know if I joined the game late or if I'm just been messing around. But we're actually losing. So let's try catching up before the game ends if we can. Here we go. On a 5 streak. There we go. Oh, someone's actually been golden knife denied, so they're already in golden knife. This isn't looking good for us, but we're actually catching up pretty quickly. There we go. Alright, let's wrap around. I need to just continue killing them as soon as they spawn, so they don't even get the chance to finish the game. Okay, oh no, they're back at golden knife. That's not good. Okay, come on. Who's the guy with the golden knife? I think that was him. Okay, we're on a 10 streak. Come on. Okay, come on. Let's keep going back and forth. Can we clutch this? This will be incredible if we can. Okay, is this a paintball gun? Oh, it is. Okay, oh, this is one so annoying. Okay, I don't think aimbot will properly... Oh, actually did. Perfect. Oh my god. Okay, come on. Can we clutch this? Can we clutch this? Okay, there we go. Okay, golden knife. Come on. Let me kill it. Let's go. Okay, there we go, guys. So that is pretty much the Celestial Executor / script. Hopefully you do like it. If you do give the feedback in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Yeah.